Welcome to Tony's Kitchen. I am Tony, dressed like Tony Stark, but sound like some other guy named Tony. It's a joke. Ha 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 ha. Today, we are going to be making PB&J sandwiches. Now I know what you're thinking. Hey Tony, who doesn't know how to make a PB&J? And the that I answer, probably the same number of people who think the earth is flat. But in case you haven't noticed, the entire premise of this show is to make food that really doesn't need any instructions. And to that point, if you're here and legitimately do not know how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, let me be the first to tell you, the earth is round and slightly oblong. Okay, now before we get into exactly what you're going to need for this great sandwich, first we need to dive a little deeper into the history and the anatomy of the PB&J. Take it away, British guy.
The PB&J, formerly known as peanut butter and jelly sandwich, has been a staple in many American households for decades, and some would say is the greatest thing since sliced bread. There are many possible variations on the PB&J sandwich, which are most often dependent on individual preferences and or gluten allergies. While the types of bread, peanut butter, and jam can differ from person to person, one thing remains the same. The basic anatomy of a peanut butter and jelly sandwich is, from the ground up, one slice of bread with peanut butter evenly allocated on one side, jelly spread over the surface of the second bread slice, and then adhered together using a process called goober fusion, which is something I just made up using a trademarked product name. This anatomy is vital to the character of the PB&J sandwich. There are those who would attempt to place an additional bread slice in the middle, effectively creating two sandwiches. However, these individuals have long been considered agents of chaos who think cultural rules do not apply to them. Thank you for watching, and enjoy your slice of nostalgia.
Okay, so just like the video said, in order to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, you're going to need 2 slices of bread, peanut butter, jelly, and a butter knife. Now, we live in an age where everyone is apparently entitled to their subjective truth, and therefore they think there's no right or wrong way to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Wrong! First off, use wheat or multigrain bread. It tastes better, and it's better for you. And I swear, if you take off the crust, I'm going to come over to your house, take your coloring book, and put you in timeout like you're 5 years old, because that's who doesn't like crust. And then I'm going to take your Legos. Maybe like them apples. Next, we need to have a serious discussion about your peanut butter preferences. Now, everyone's got their preferred brand, from the Magic Flying Boy to the better pronunciation of GIF. I don't care if you use the Walmart brand, but under no circumstances do you buy Goober. You are literally paying more money for less peanut butter, less jelly, and it tastes terrible. Also, if you are so freaking lazy that you need the only 2 ingredients for this sandwich in the same jar, I imagine you as the same kind of person who parks in the handicap spot and doesn't need to. Sorry, I get really passionate about peanut butter. I don't know, it's a thing, all right? Next, we need to understand that creamy peanut butter is highly superior to crunchy, and I'll explain as such using maths and science. This is a graph that was not hand-drawn by me, explaining the difference between peanut butter volume between creamy and crunchy. As you can see, the crunchy jar has peanut bits in it, which is taking up volume in the jar, which means there's less volume of peanut butter. Look, peanut butter volume, less. Creamy peanut butter volume, more. More chunks, no chunks. Same size jar, math and science graph, I rest my case. All right, that's all the time we have for this episode. You were probably wondering how in the world we were going to split this into 2 parts. Well, now you know. Next time, We're going to cover what kind of jelly to use and how to make your peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Take it easy.